uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Once again, you tuned in to WCS. What's good? Salute to everyone that's in the building. It's not going to be a long one, but it will be a special one because, hey, once again, you already see the thumbnail. I'm not even going to play around with you. I just had to come over here because certain people said they wanted to come on and defend the honor. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody who dropped in there, but you know, I got some angry birds just coming here trying to defend the smoke. Well, I wasn't putting out no smoke. I was flame throwing. You know what I'm saying? They feel that they want to come over here and defend it. And I really, you know, I really got some time for real. You know, like I got a little time. Real talk. I have the time. You know, I have the time to talk as long as you don't come over here with the same, you know, retreaded information. It's not going to get me motivated. I need to hear something new. And I've just about heard everything I can hear about this fight. But you mad about what I said the other day. Some of y'all come over here and fake accounts. I know. Don't have no content on your page. Just coming over here for no reason. I mean, goddamn. What are we living in, man? Just be yourself. Just come in on your own identity. You don't have to fake the funk. It makes you look super soft. Squishy. It just makes you look so squishy. You know what I'm saying? Like a wet sponge, just all squishy. Just come over here and you have the opportunity to speak on whatever you are mad at. And, you know, my thumbnail pretty much is telling you how I see you in my DM. Y'all come over here knowing damn well there's nothing to defend. And I said this shit wasn't personal. But if y'all want to come up here and attempt to get down, we can get down. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't debate all the time. It's not something I do, but no one gonna sit up here and act like I don't know about, you know, combat sports in general. So the link is in the chat for y'all. All the angry birds that was up there posturing like my boy on the thumbnail. You know, y'all was up there posturing in my DM, making me laugh. Man, I got time right now, man. Just come on, man. Come on, just show some love, man. Show that same energy you was showing in the DM, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I got a little time, man. I got a little time. Go right ahead, y'all. Come on. Go run back and tell. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever y'all doing, because a lot of y'all, I know, don't do anything except come in on people's live chats and want to run to the DMs. I ain't hard to find. You know, it's World Combat Sports in Nigeria. It's not hard to find. So this is what I'm thinking, right? Y'all show up just like my boy in the thumbnail, but you have no boxing content. You just a person that tag along and want to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? You're on an accompanied tour. That's all you are. Y'all saying all these things, but y'all won't even come up here and let your voice be heard. You won't come in here and try to have a boxing dialogue. All you want to do is just call names and say what I don't know. Look, while I give you time to roll up, right? I'm going to drop some other details about Crawford and Spence, right? I already knew pretty much about um, you know, PBC not wanting to include a rematch clause. I haven't even talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even talked about it because I already told y'all that PBC is the one holding up the fight. That's why it's very difficult for Terrence Crawford to agree to all that stuff because they just want Terrence Crawford to nod his head and say yes to everything. If it's a fair fight and the Spencer Holics is out here drunken in love while Boy George is playing in the background, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. They come and go. They come and go. If you are continuing to sit up here and say Terrence Crawford is a holdup and you're advocating for Errol Spence, tell me one thing. Why are they making it so difficult for the pound for pound best? Why don't they why are they not attempting to make this fight easy without saying, well, arrows get the rematch clause and you asked out, sucker. You hear that, Terrence? You asked out, sucker. The only one getting a rematch clause in this deal is Errol Spence, sucker. If Errol Spence is this guy that you say he is, it's proven that they're stalling the fight once again because they don't want to give Terrence Crawford a rematch. Unbelievable. Once again, I know people are gonna say, it's somewhat the same as Devin Haney, but no, it's not. It's not the same as Devin Haney. It just proves a point that, just like I said, they're trying to make the fight difficult, hoping Terrence Crawford, retreat and abort mission, and he don't want to take the fight. But they holding up. They don't want to give Terrence Crawford a rematch, man. They don't want to give Terrence Crawford a rematch. This is something I heard several days ago. Just like I told you about the 60-40. If it's an equal matchup and they saying what they saying about Errol Spence, why can't Terrence Crawford get a rematch? And this is where everything goes downhill. Like, if these fighters are equally matched and it's the biggest fight in history, why can't it be equal? We can't say Devin Haney was the biggest fight in history because a lot of us knew that Devin was better than Kambosos. We just knew that Kambosos had the straps and he was the A side. He had all the leverage with Luda Bella and all that other shit. He had to sign with Top Rank. So of course, they was going to do what it takes to get in position to get the straps, and all the hardware was returned back to Oakland. In this case, it's not even that. They're fighting for undisputed, and they don't even have enough confidence to sign a mutual freaking rematch clause for both fighters. How are we sitting up here trying to handicap people? Huh, they're angry birds? Did you ask your people that? What you sitting up here, like when you click the link, be sure you come up here with some new updated information now. Because I have some information I ain't put out there now. Because I'm not trying to make this a me against the PBC deal. I'm not. I'm just saying that Al Heyman isn't budging on some of the demands that he won in this contract. And it's more out there than a no rematch clause for Terrence Crawford. It's more that's out there now. It's more that's out there. So y'all was sitting up here talking about how Crawford don't have a promotion and all this, and I get it. But let's be clear when we on here speaking on these narratives on who's stalling and who pushing the brake while Terrence has his foot on the gas. Terrence like them fast cars, man. He like them Chevys. From my understanding, he like them fast cars. He's having his foot on the gas and Arrow's up there flattening the tires. You know what I'm saying? He got the foot on the brake. He keep putting the e-brake on. No, 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 no. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Alexander on deck. What's good? What up, WCS? I've been catching up on your videos on vacation, man. Salute to you and grown man moves you've been making. I felt that when you said you lost a child. Yeah, for sure, man. You know, that's I don't know what people think, Alexander. Real talk, man. Like, come on, man. When I'm out here, I think of people, kids, I think of their family, I think of all that. But some of these cats just go up here recklessly talking. Man, it's just unbelievable. Motherfuckers coming in my DMs like I'm checking in. Come on now. What? Checking into what? Y'all are lost. Y'all niggas lost, man. I swear to God, y'all lost. Come here talking about summoning me? Nigga, don't you know I've been at the... Man, stop it. Jay Ocho, what's good, man? OTB in the building. What's good? What's good with you? Andrew Charles, salute to you. So I look at things in a different perspective when it comes to this. It's a lot that's behind the scenes that just because you know the information, this when it comes to maturity aspect of it, right? Like you know certain things, but yet you're not driven to post everything that you hit behind the scenes. It's not worth it because you still have to wait till it come out. And then if it's not out to the mainstream media yet as something that official, then it becomes debatable. Then it becomes up for discussion. And in between time, if you release the information like that, it can change. It can always have revisions to it. That's just what it is. So that's why I warn these YTC people who has to be first and put out agitprop and fake ass news, is that it's gonna be people out here, and it's not even anything personal. It's just basically holding you accountable so that more people will respect tuning into the YTC and not fake ass news. And you know, those cats, there's the angry birds in my DM. What are you defending? I mean, what are you defending? I don't really know where y'all are at with this shit. Like, do you believe that me? I don't know if somebody told you a lot, but do you believe me? I'm gonna go check in with somebody? Me? Over a live stream? That is hilarious. What? I'm gonna go check in with somebody over a live stream. And then furthermore, those of you messengers, man, that will not let it go. You're making a fool of yourself because you're not gonna click the link and come over here and explain what you're mad at. You just want to be a part of something. That's all. You're not even gonna get on here and explain why you feel the way you do. You just want to be a part of what you consider a movement. Even though that movement is going to take you to a brick wall, you still want to be a part of the movement. And that's bad because that's just showing me that it's a lot more softer individuals out here when it comes to this boxing game. And they just want to put themselves in the company of others and pretend like they know boxing too. It's easy to be in somebody's live chat and just talk and press enter. But when it comes to just debating on stuff that you know off your recall memory, look, I'm human myself. We all make mistakes. But when you come in my DM acting like you don't make mistakes and acting like you know about boxing, I don't care what you come over here and talk about. Talk about boxing, MMA, anything. We can do it. But if you're not going to click the link tonight, then chill. That's all I'm saying. Just chill because you're fake pumping, man. You see how I said that, fake pumping? Because if I say the regular, if I said the regular way, it might hit you. It might go right through your recall memory, and you might process it and don't say what I said. What did he say? Pump faking. What's pump faking? So you say that you reverse the shit and make it interesting, man. You play around with words and all that. I just don't understand what the fake pumping is. Like, you come in there all powered up and everything. You have all this energy. You drop them obscenities. You want to believe that you talking your shit, but it's not even. I'm not even on that type of energy on there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even warrant all that. All I was trying to get out was that certain things wasn't correct, and this is the last time I'm gonna say it's not personal. And when I grew up, just certain things on conversation I had with grown ass men, it was just certain lines of respect. But I guess we don't do that no more. I can count more than both of my hands on when grown ass men want to go and tell on a grown ass man, like over petty, simple shit. They don't care about what you got going on in your life, but when you come at them, they want everybody to think, oh man, so and so coming at me wrong. He's disrespecting me, my family. He disrespecting everything I stand. No, come on, bro. You have to look at it the way I do. When I get the energy, when I decide to respond to something, you have to understand that I felt that you didn't have no respect anyway. I'm talking about all those cats in the DM and whoever wants it, right? I felt that you didn't have no respect anyway. Because I can be nice 100 times, but just that one time that you feel that I'm not being nice, then it's butthurt season. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking all along, no, this is grown man shit right here. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation on this social media. No, it don't work like that. For anyone who listening, the shit don't work like that no more. You have grown ass men who's rather click a link or call you, try to call you up on call you up on the phone with somebody listening in on mute. Try to damn record your voice saying some shit behind the scenes. I'm telling you, snitching is real, dog. These dudes on YouTube are different. They would try every method to get you to respond. And once you respond, they screenshot your shit and do a live on it. I'm telling you, man, shit is different, bro. This cats out here got my number. They don't want to call my number. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the individuals that want to damn flood your DMs with negativity. They think I'm gonna put my shit on private. I'm not gonna put my shit on private, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. It's not even something I have to do. But what I can tell you is that there are other details that's going on with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. It's not that you can say Terrence Crawford is holding up anything. It's a proven point. Terrence Crawford is just negotiating with merit. He understands what he wants. He's getting with his team. He's making sure he go in there and he's whole. It's fair. And then when he go in there and get the win, it won't be no problem. It won't be anything that wasn't worth it. For me, I think the only person that's trying to cash out here is Spence. Because I truly believe he don't have many fights left after Crawford take his straps. I don't think he has many fights at all left. I think he's very close to the end of his career on borrowed time. And, when it comes down to it, both of these fighters are going to be exiting the square. But it's according to how they exit. I know neither one of them want to exit with an L. That's real talk. I don't think their competitive nature for Errol Spence nor Terrence Crawford want to exit with an L on their record. So we can assume that it's going to be a 2 fight regardless of what they said before. You know what I'm saying? Terrence said he had 2 fights left in his career, and then Errol said he had 2 fights left at welterweight. So this will be the second fight for Errol at welterweight, to the point of concluding that he's going to move up to 154. If indeed he moves up to 154, I'll be shocked. Really, I'll be shocked that he moves up to 154, because I already laid out the game plan for y'all. Whether you want to respect it or not, put it out there. He wouldn't have this problem if my people would just eat together. Because if this fight couldn't be made with Terrence Crawford, I already told you some things could have happened with him and Jermell Charlo. And it could have just pretty much added a whole nother division to Errol Spence's credentials. You know what I'm saying? And then, they have a rematch clause, and Jermell Charlo get his belts back. Now, since I said it, I prognosticated, and it hasn't happened yet, people will sit up here and do the natural shit that humans do. They'll shut it down and say, oh, he's thinking about fixing the fight. Listen, that shit happens all the time. It just don't happen between people that someone has already damn predicted it, that it should happen. It has to happen, and somebody, they'll look at it and try to figure it out. Something don't seem right with that. Look, the weird part about boxing, I say we live in a C-blind era, right? They'll see shit that don't look right. And in these debates, they will swear up and down that they're going to take you back. They're going to take you back and give you all this criteria to build back up to their point, right? But yet, when they see shit that play out in the ring that doesn't look right, they refuse to go back to the person who you believe is taking the dive and check their opponents and check their box rec. They check and see what their performances was, and just to look at film of the fight to see if they can actually debilitate in that short period of time. People refuse to accept it. But when I put this out there, I say, hey, it benefits both fighters in the same stable and Derrick James. But it doesn't, it's not going to make any sense because it's already out there. I put it out there. So they're not going to do it. But they can make millions of dollars if Spence Crawford didn't work. He has options. But the only thing about it, Jermell Charlo said they from the same hood or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jermall Charlo said from the same hood. Or whatever. Whoever said it. Whatever twin. And not only that, what does hood got to do with it? Because if you ask the cast that's actually in the hood in the streets, they love eating together. They willing to get that money together. But when you're talking about in one night, you're able to make millions. And you have a winner or a loser. And then you turn back around and make some more money. We're talking about Errol Spence building up the Wall Street of Jermell Charlo. Because Jermell Charlo is really not selling like that at all. And it's not like he haven't took a loss. So they would have made really good money. Errol Spence could have been 2-division unified champion. And then Jermell Charlo could have been 2-time undisputed 154. Come on, he would have went down in history, man. Went down in history easy. First ballot. Right there. Stop fighting tomorrow, first ballot. But, we can't eat together. It just don't happen. See, people think it's hate. But I said this a long time ago. I don't hate anybody. But I just put it out there that it'll be a good way to make money. But, how closer do you have to be? You're in the same stable. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and tell people too much, man. These dudes don't know what they're defending. Holding strong opinions in the face of weak evidence is a sign that they're not thinking critically. Talk your shit, man. Talk that. Speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Great delivery. Great articulation. He said these dudes don't know what they're defending. That's all I'm saying. They don't even know what they're defending, man. Look, they have obviously listened to my live, but they don't know what they're defending. They just want to defend anything. They defending a person. They're not defending the criteria for which they're mad. They're defending the direction for which I spoke it, as if it's not public record out here in YTC. That's it. Why? But what are you coming over here for? I didn't say anything that was wrong. That's all. I mean, you don't even know what you're defending, just like Andrew said. Holding strong opinions in the face of weak evidence is a sign that they're not thinking critically. A lot of cats out there, Andrew, don't know how to process or go about critical thinking, man. They don't even know the metric to it. They have no idea what the metric is, how to even start it up. Some of these cats have no idea what deductive reasoning is, to basically formalize. And you take that formula and you gather the evidence to come up with that formula. How do I make this formula work for me? How do I gather the criteria to basically prove what I'm talking about is true? You have to create it. So if you bring the evidence and it doesn't add up to the formula, then you continue to add evidence and find out what you're missing until you come up with that conclusion. A lot of cats don't want to think critically, bro. It's too much work. Lee in the building. Salute to you, Trap in the building. Appreciate you earlier, Trap. You know what I'm saying? You know, maintaining your composure and everything else, man. Respect to you, bro. Respect to you. D-Ray Promotions on deck. Some of the YouTubes are also cashing out. They are, man. They are. Real talk, man. And I don't worry about anybody else's pockets. I don't care. They can cash out, but just don't sit up here and try to cash out to a point where it's considered soul selling. You know what I'm saying? So with soul selling, people become reckless. They don't give a damn how they look out here, or whoever else that's doing the same thing they're doing, how they are affected. You know what I'm saying? Because we all affected. I know this for a fact. I've been in conversation with people and they say they don't listen to the YouTube information because it's pretty much frivolous. Pretty much. It has no truth to it. I've been told that on several occasions. So that has nothing to do with me, because, you know, it's not like they mentioned my channel. It's not like they mentioned other channels. They just said, hey, I don't really drop into YouTube like that because everybody's on different sheets of music. You know, you don't know what to believe. There's so many lies out there. There's so much untruth, so much fake news. So they don't know what to do. I can understand why they can be confused. Real talk. I can understand that. Spence can take a beating from Crawford at 147.54 if he wants to. If they fight at 147, however they choose to arrange this rematch, I seriously doubt they make the fight at 154, because fans are really not going to want to see it unless it's that dramatic. I don't think the fans are going to turn back around and see it at 154, and it's that dramatic, especially Crawford being the winner. And half of the fans that were supporting Crawford at 47, supporting Spence at 47, they're going to become Crawford fans anyway. That's just the reality of it. I know them angry birds over there walking around in a circle, flapping their wings and shit, like little chicklets that fell out the night. All mad and frowned up. I don't like him. Stop it, man. For real. What's going on, Sir C on deck? He said, if you're scared, say you're scared. That's all. If you don't want to put a rematch in there for Crawford, you're scared. Don't talk about business. I don't want to hear that business shit. We're talking about who's this. Errol Spence, the better fighter. He's that much talented. Crawford's skills are diminishing. Stop the lies. Stop it. I've heard people say Crawford's not the smartest fighter. I heard people sit up here and claim that Crawford doesn't use all his tools, and for that alone, he's gonna lose against Errol Spence because he's gonna have to use all his tools against Errol Spence. And if he haven't used them before, to do it for the first time is gonna be difficult. Oh my God. What? Man, y'all come up with some really, I'm talking about fresh, soft. I'm talking about soft. Some fresh, soft. I'm talking about some piping hot shit when it's just hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? And it got the steam, the vapors coming off of it. You know, if you ever been on a farm, you know, you've been out there with you know, been on the farm a little bit. And you got the livestock out there. You've been around some horses. When they drop that load, bam. According to what temperature is, that steam be coming out. That's what it is, man. They say Terrence Crawford has not used all his skills. So Errol Spence is gonna force him to exhaust every skill he has. And that's gonna be a problem. Because if he never did it before, how's he gonna do it the night that he step in there with the infamous Spence? Oh my God, dog. Stop it, dog. Stop it. These guys are lost in play. PBC sauce, man. What's going on, champ? Hey, you know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hey, look. Trap, I ain't mad at you for holding your ground and goddamn knowing how to have a decent conversation and carry on and speak in sentences. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. No matter, you know, what your thought process and, you know, you standing on your square and what you believe in, that's your own right to do that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how many people disagree with you. I still disagree with some shit you said, but I ain't mad that you stood your square. That's what's up. I'm serious there, Andrew. That's what they do, man. I rewatched Crawford Benavidez earlier today. That was a good fight. Really some high level stuff from both guys. I'm trying to tell people, you know, I know me and Smoke was closing out the live earlier, and I was trying to tell him that, man, Benavidez is good. Benavidez is a good fighter, dog. He may not have the openings when it came to competing like others have at welterweight. You know, he was going through whatever. I don't know what he had, why he didn't do more at welterweight, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I truly believe he's going to go in there and beat Danny Garcia. Because I find him as a very quality boxer who may not have all the hardware to represent how good he truly is, but he has the skill set, bro. Benavidez has the skill set. Jose, he has the skill set. And you ask some people, they think David is the older brother and Jose is the younger brother. Jose can fight, man. Them is not two brothers you really want, you know, just walking like the Diaz brothers and, you know, in mixed martial arts. Then the Benavidez brothers just two brothers that would be down to get down. Serious, they'd be down to get down, man. And I just think at this point, seeing Danny Garcia come off that Errol Spence beating, him moving up to 154, fighting a guy who's acclimated at a heavier weight now. He fought at 60, I believe, his last fight. It's just going to be a bit much for Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he sit there and wait. And just like Andrew said, if you look at the fight between Crawford and Benavidez, man, it's a very entertaining fight. Like, Benavidez was ripping to the body. And them shots wasn't just no basic ass shots. He was ripping Crawford to the body, man. You know what I'm saying? Crawford had to process some things, collect the data, make some changes, and keep it pushing. But in the end, just like I told people about Tank and Gamboa, a stoppage is a stoppage. Whether it's in the first round or the 12th round. If it doesn't go to the final bell and it's considered a TKO, or KO, then that's what it is. That's what it is. You can't change it. That's what it is, people. Them guys were throwing combos all night, man. Yeah, they were showing out, man. But from what I hear is that Crawford doesn't use all his tools, and I find that very genius because anybody know a kid who's considered a savant? They're very, very intelligent in one specific area, and they may be completely illiterate in other areas, but that one area is so high of a level of genius that no one looks at the other areas of deficiency. They are considered and they are praised for their area of genius in that one area. They don't really talk about what they're illiterate in. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. Like, you ever hear people talk about Einstein, the areas that he was illiterate in? No, they talk about how he was a freaking smart. He's one of the smartest guys in this area right here. He was able to do this, this, and this. So imagine Crawford having all these skills, and he's gotten to where he's been able to accomplish with his success, and he hasn't used every one of his skill, but he continued to win. That to me is very, very intelligent, because you are basically saying I can compete at a high level, still win, beating elite opposition without exhausting all my cachet, my entire cachet. I still have certain weapons in my cachet that I can use at any given time. I'm just waiting for someone to pull it out, someone to force me to fight that. If it's going to be Errol Spence, then let's see it. I never support a fighter heavy, and I want his opponent to go in there and limp. I told y'all about Teofimo Lopez. I told the same thing about Teofimo Lopez. Said the same thing about Deontay Wilder. Don't go in there. I want both fighters to be healthy, 100%, and go in there and get it in. I never want no injury. I don't want Spence to come in there injured. I want Crawford to come in there, injured or whatever. I don't want the fight ending like freaking Jaron Ennis and Chris Van Heerden or the headbutt. No. I don't want nobody getting cut early off a freaking headbutt. We don't want no Marcus Brown, Badu Jack. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no Marcus Brown, Artur Beterbiev. Damn near the same cut happened in both fights, dog. I don't want that. I'm glad I'm glad neither one of them fight Marcus Brown. I'm glad Crawford ain't fighting Marcus Brown, goddammit. It don't matter if they fight in two different weight classes. We know we're gonna get a headbutt out of Marcus Brown for real. But back to the skill set. If Spence is able to somehow provocate, a full release of Crawford's arsenal, then kudos to him. But if he does that and still comes up short, then what purpose was it to take him to that level if you yourself didn't have anything on the top end? If you're going to force somebody outside their comfort zone and challenge them, and they have to remove and execute all their arsenal and their skill set, and you do that, and you're still not able to take them down, and you don't have anything left, who really failed? Who really failed? If your one way was driving enough for him to make some changes, do what he got to do, and he's just, making all these adjustments and everything else, but in the end, you still didn't get the job done. So who came out victorious, really, in both ways? How you look at it? Who was the better fighter? Who was the better fighter? How would you even rate that? If you don't have a plan B and C, and you was just basically banking on your toughness, you was banking on your motor, you was banking off your experience. That's what you was banking off of. And you get to a point where, okay, your toughness, your motor, and your experience is really bringing a lot out of Crawford. He's happened to make changes, and we're not talking about the changes and switching stances. We're talking about all those other attention to detail changes, man, that try to, pretty much change the scope of the fight. But yet, you cannot create something that is definitive to seize the momentum to the point where you can either get a stoppage or you pretty much ahead in the fight and you dominate it and you go into the scorecards for a victory. If you can't do that and you made him pull out all that and you still can't get the win, it's nothing else to be said. It's nothing else to be said because all along it was just bogus information being distributed out there that Terrence Crawford don't he's not smart and he don't use all his tools, and I always thought that was just so genius. If you're able to compete at this level and keep winning and be on the pound for pound list and you're not even using all your tools, maybe I just use my imagination too much because the brain is so powerful, dog. It's like these people love to pull up, eat those hot and ready $5 Little Caesars, don't care to wait for the real stuff at the round table. If they wait 45 minutes, they want it right now, whether it's good or bad. Damn, man. Y'all laying them entrees down. Y'all laying them entrees down. I need to call this a culinary arch live tonight because these cats are cooking up some shit. Damn. If Crawford doesn't use all his tools and you see what he's already done, what can he do when he uses them? That's what I'm saying. But this is the theory, right? Good back end question to zip that up, right? Good back end question to zip that up. So you ask what can he do when he uses them? The way they think is, if Errol Spence forced him to use those unknown tools, then whenever Crawford uses them, it would be transparent to Errol Spence, who is at such a high level, he'll be able to combat that without even he himself having to think too much about what's being done. What Crawford is doing now. Or is that a different look I ain't seen in the fight? Oh, I haven't seen that before. Okay. They're trying to make it seem like Errol Spence is that perfect that whatever Crawford wants to pull out and present to him, it's not going to matter. It's going to be transparent. He's going to keep on pushing forward. He's too much for Crawford. He's too strong for Crawford. He's gonna overrun him. I mean, I done heard everything. You done heard everything, man. But what can he do when he uses them? That's all I'm saying. When Crawford uses them, and if Spence he's not a multi-faceted fighter, what type of adjustments can he implement to combat what Crawford is doing? And he ain't seen it before. Wouldn't that be the element of surprise? Every time we talk about tactics, right? I've been in command rooms where we talked about tactics, for operations, real world operations. We talking about tactics. And there was a point in time when I used to sit in tactics and I didn't know, I couldn't tell you like this, that, and the other. I'm looking. And then I got the whiff on how they're moving certain markers to this place and that place. And I start basically learning how to picture something while I was on the board. But just imagine this, though. If Crawford's never used a weapon, it's never been there. It doesn't matter what that weapon may be in boxing. If he never used it, how could Team Spence train for it? I know y'all thinking, I know they saying, damn, this nigga smart, man. God damn. His chat smart too. Let me say that again. Because I know y'all ain't heard that shit before. I'm talking about them cats on the outside. Because they don't listen. They don't listen to what I say. I just listen. I just, play around with it every now and then. But check out what I just said. If Bud Crawford never used all his tools, right? And then the biggest fight of boxing in both of their careers, if Terrence Crawford decides to execute a skill set that's never been executed, he haven't used it, just like he said, he's the dumbest fighter ever, he doesn't use all his skill set. My point is, how was Derrick James able to train for that? How is he able to make adjustments to it? It's going to take a higher calling for him to make adjustments on the fly in the ring, and he's never seen it before. So this is what I was trying to tell those individuals. It's like, how can you say that Terrence Crawford is dumb when if he shows you something in the biggest fight in boxing in both of their careers that you never seen and you never trained for, don't you think your fighter gonna have problems? Or you think he's gonna motor on through it, take the punishment, get banged up a little bit, and then it's all gonna start working itself out? You know what I'm saying? Most of the time when you run into a big pothole and the shit starts to shake a little bit, usually the shake don't go away. So you have to deal with that shake the entire rest of the time. And that's my biggest dilemma. This is what I can't determine. If Crawford presents something never seen before, how smart is it for him to do that? And how is Spence going to be able to respond or react or process the information? If he's really never seen it and it's all new for his database, there's no criteria in his database to come up with a ping. You want to get that message inside and ping it to other resolutions that might be available in your database. If there's no resolutions there, then you're stuck. You're done. What's going on, Pac-Man in the building? Salute to you. Yeah, I'm not trying to have nobody come in limping. None of that shit. I don't want neither fighter come in limping. I don't want shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at the end of the day, people gonna get mad regardless. I stand on what I say about these fighters, regardless. People have sides, but what I don't, when the hate come in and people be trying to then set you up and screw you over, and they never broke bread with none of these fighters, it's just incredible, man. Sir came, the same said. Let me see. Same can be said about Spence too, though. We have to see which fighter shows up with the A game on that night. I look at it like this, Mitch. You're not lying, but we've seen a lot from Spence in several fights. Now, I'm not saying it's not a game plan or a skill or a boxing SOP he can go off of to step in there with Terrence Crawford, of all the film they do have with him, using whatever skills he was using. They have enough film out there. But granted, none of his opponents at welterweight is going to be Errol Spence. That's a good thing. None of his opponents really have the same behavior as Errol Spence, right? None of Errol Spence's opponents, none of them, have the same behavior as a Terrence Crawford. So both of them are going in there based off the experience and skill set throughout the entire career and whatever the trainers can come up with to see who can be the better fighter, who can go in there and combat the other, who can think, who can be the more smarter thinker, who can elevate their ring IQ, who can push through adversity, because there's going to be some adversity in that fight. I think both fighters are going to get touched up pretty good. I don't think one fighter is going to come out there scotch-free and that's going to be that. I don't think so. But I do believe Spence is getting knocked out. I believe that. I do. I'm not even being facetious about it. I truly believe he's getting knocked out. And that's no knock on him, man. These angry birds that drop in my DM, bro. If you get mad at me believing that he's going to get stopped, then get mad at everybody else that predicted the fighter was going to get stopped, whether they was a high-ranking fighter or a low-ranking fighter. I just feel that on that night, if the referee doesn't get overly involved, you know what I'm saying? If we don't have Lawrence Cole in there, if we have somebody like, let me see, what's a good referee? Weeks. We have Weeks in there. I don't really want. No, Bill's not gonna be in there. He's not gonna be roughing that. Oh, Willie. No, I doubt it. I don't want Jack Reese in there. I don't want Jack Reese. But Tony Weeks, maybe Kenny Bayless. Um, I don't know. Just want a ref that's pretty damn neutral and not gonna be responsible for some crazy ass shit. I definitely don't want Lawrence Cole in there. You know what I'm saying? If Lawrence Cole is the referee designated from this fight, I'm not even going to the fight. You feel me? I'm not, because I've been there. I've been there, man, with his fights. I've been there. Just like the Soto and Nakayama fight. He just stopped it for no reason because Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders was waiting for the main event. He just stopped it. Didn't even give a man, even though he had losses, didn't give a man to recover. And I mean, he was fighting. He wasn't even hurt at the time. He just took some punches and he was punching back. And Lawrence Cole stops the fight out of nowhere. Didn't give a care in the world. Didn't care about nothing. He say, man, I'm so embedded in this game, you can't touch me. Lawrence Cole, he has that mentality. You can't touch me. I don't care what you think. You can't touch me. I'll stop a fight whenever I feel like it. You can't do anything about it. Lawrence Cole got the juice. Jack Reese got the juices. Got juice. It's a lot of refs got the juice, but it's according to how they use it. You know what I'm saying? If they abuse the shit. I just want a thorough referee that can go in there and let these cats fight. Don't break it up every time they exchange. And just let it play out. They got 12 rounds to prove who's the best welterweight. They have 12 rounds to prove it. But like I said before, I don't think it's going 12 rounds. And I seriously don't think that Spence has enough to go in there and put on such a performance that he can break Crawford down or hurt him to the point where he can't recover. I seen Crawford hurt down here when he sparred and Brian Norman came in there. Yeah, he had wobbly legs. But then I seen him go in there and stop Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This levels this shit. Like, dude is different. He's different, y'all. That's all. He's different. Shout out to TJ pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TJ for pulling up. You know, I'm disappointed that the quota is lower than what it is. You know, I don't have many Errol Spence fans come over here. You know what I'm saying, and defend his honor. They want to jump in DMs and defend a live that I said about something that I was absolutely right. So what is it? Are you a boxing fan or are you a freaking channel host fan? A fan? Come on now. He said that ain't gonna happen. Crawford eye would be closed. You're a real Spence hater. Sad. It ain't nothing sad about it. I bet you don't even know what sad mean. Why would I look? Why would I be sad about what I said? So since you put that on the end, you must be sad. You're feeling some type of way because you don't have total confidence that I'm wrong. You're not totally confident that I'm wrong. Did you read some of the comments that was up here? That TJ? Did you read some of the comments, bro? Did you read some of the comments? Or no? I'm gonna read one to you. If Crawford doesn't use all his tools and you see what he's already done, what can he do when he uses them? Is that something to be sad about? I know if you're a Spencerholic, I would be goddamn sad for that shit. For real. And then Andrew said something up here. What was his? Andrew said these dudes don't know what they're defending. That goes for you, for TJ. These dudes don't know what they're defending. Holding strong opinions in the face of weak evidence is a sign that they're not thinking critically. That's strictly for you, TJ. That's strictly for you, man. You're up there having strong opinions with very little minute evidence. You're not a critical thinker. You know, you don't even know why you're over here fighting. You're putting words on the end that doesn't make sense to the conversation. Even if you feel it's natural for you to put sad, Spence hater, sad. There are Spence haters out there, and it's not sad. It's just a natural emotion when it comes for people just thinking whether they like or they dislike somebody. It's not sad. People can dislike you with a smile on their face. It's not sad. It's not sad at all, bro. But I know. Look, the only reason you're over here is because you understand that a lot of stuff that I'm telling you is pretty much realistic. That's why you're over here. But do this for me, TJ. Do me a favor. Come on, man. Show some heart. Show some cojones. Go ahead and click that link, TJ, and let's talk some boxing. Come on, man. You're the only Spence over here, man. Click that link, man, so we can chop it up. Come on, TJ. Let me hear that voice of yours, man, and see if you somebody over here faking on the ghost account. Come on, big dog. There go the link right there. Come on. Click that link. Come on, man. I got some lemonade for you. I got some Twinkies and ding dongs. You know, come on, click that link there, TJ. Let's have a decent discussion since you're over here defending the honor of Errol Spence and calling me a hater. Click the link, please. D-Ray, what's good? TJ, this is a troll-free chat. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. You know, the wrenches I got over here, they don't even time you out if you disagree with me. There's levels to being upset and sad. They don't even time you out, bro. They just let you talk your shit and for conversation. Shout out to my guy, Tony Boswell, man. Always a pleasure there, Tony. Much respect at WCS in the chats. Stop in and show support and hit the like button. Just got off work. No doubt, man. Be safe out there in them streets. Make it home to your family. That's what it's all about, Tony. Man, it's always one love to you pulling up to the avenue, bro. Seeing say facts don't hide from the smoke, big fish lover. For real. Come on, man. If you love holding on to that slimy, slippery, fish, man, come on, man. Represent something. I got all these angry birds in my freaking DMs. Somebody. Because I was summoned, which was hilarious. Which was hilarious, man. You actually think me? I'm coming over there so I can deal. Look, I don't have time to start teaching a full classroom of people. And I'm not going to sit up there while people start to just, throw barbs, be insulting. And then it becomes nothing dealing with boxing. Nothing at all. It's nothing with boxing. Been there, done that. I went into the battlefields, been there, done that. But you're more than welcome, any one of y'all, to come over here and click this link. TJ, you're quiet. You're not going to do it? For real, I got something to drink for him, man. I'm all about hospitality. That's all I'm saying, Tony. I'm all about hospitality, bro. Just think about this. Just think about this. All these people who are willing to speak on a live that was light. It was very light, and it wasn't no malice behind it. But I was speaking my shit because it was warranted. That's it. It's nothing against nobody. I was talking my shit. And what I said is what I meant. What more is it? I can't continue to support individuals that I feel like, well, I look at it this way. I'm thinking you're stronger than what you actually present. I'm looking at you, I say, okay, respect to this, that, and the other, all these brothers, and this shit been going on for years with some of these brothers who I just felt like, wow, you want to get on here and do a live, and you want to call me out my name, but yet You say I have your number, but I have receipts that I call your number. This is somebody else. I call your number several times and you won't pick up, but you get on live. This is what era we living in, people. You got men that have your number, grown ass men. They would rather call you out on live to try to get you on the panel and won't even pick up the phone. They won't even send you a text. Ain't that right, Pancho? He's telling his people, I got his number, but when I call you, Pancho, you don't pick up. So I'm just about done trying to believe that in a era where I grew up at, that we shook hands on a lot of stuff. It was a different type of handshake. It was an understanding. This time right here, these dudes are just they all about link, infectious link deliverers. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Uber, Lyft. That's all they do. They deliver links. No tip, no number. They just drop off links. DoorDash, here's your link. Goodbye. See you online, buddy. They go right out to the car, hurry up and log in. All right, this is gonna be fun. He got the link. 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 The link. The link. The link. They be dropping off links, y'all. This is what we at right now. We got numbers, we got DMs. I'll more so just type in a DM, say, hey, brother, what's going on? If you want to chop it up, I have no problem chopping it up, man. Just let me know. I give you my number. Boom, boom, boom. Enter. Bow. You know how many cats I did that for? Several. They don't want to talk like that. But if they feel more empowered to go on live and you pop up in their chat, oh, you want to pop up in the chat? Here's the link. I'm gonna drop the link. That shit is just uncalled for. There's no need for that. But anyway, back to something else I want to drop on y'all. You know how I was on live and I was saying ATL really haven't got no shine with boxing. You know what I'm saying? ATL hasn't got any, haven't been shining with some fights down here. And I was wondering why, because we in July already. I said, when they gonna show some love? We need to come out. And then I thought to myself, I processed it. I say, hey, fights usually come down here at the end of the year. People visiting, man. You got people getting ready. They're getting their best threads, all that shit, man. They're getting the drip right. It's a big fight coming down here. It's a big fight coming down here. And yeah, you heard it from me first. I'm gonna tell you, it's a big fight coming down here this year. It's gonna be in November. It's a big fight coming down here in November. So, what can possibly happen is that those messengers will be standing by to potentially see who am I talking about. They just can't wait to say, he was lying. It's a big fight coming down to the A again. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing it for a while, but of course, I'm just going to leave you with that. It's a big fight coming down here. It's a big fight. It's gonna perk your eyebrows up a little bit. It's a big fight coming down here to the A. We're not talking about some basic shit. We're talking about a big fight. So we get to see it for what we see it. As much as I want to say it, I can't. Oh man, I'm glad we get to turn up again in 2022, man. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be on point. And look, I don't know what to tell y'all, because there's no way people gonna be coming down here and then heading out to Vegas if the fight happens. Oh, that's gonna be ungodly, ain't it? You got a big fight coming down in the A, and then you gotta say, oh shit, I gotta get ready for Errol Spence and Crawford if it goes down, because negotiations is not over with yet. Okay, they just have a month. And I'm gonna hold off on what else. You know, they have a month. I'm gonna hold off because look, I gotta draw. I want this. I don't want to be first. I just want to be. I'm gonna chill. The fight's gonna be supposedly in November. You know, I went on live early with Bernie the Boxer and all that, and you know, the location, of course. I would definitely like to spread that hot butter. You know what I'm saying? But I keep it to myself. I keep it to myself. I just want to make some money off of it though. You know what I'm saying? I want to bet somebody if it's gonna be at this place or that place. I want to catch them off guard, make some easy money. But I'm not gonna say anything about making no reservations or nothing because the fight, you know, the good thing about making reservations, they can always be canceled. But if the fight is not made, you know what I'm saying? They just say it was gonna be in month of November. But the fight is not made, that'll go to the wayside. But from what I'm hearing and what people are saying, you know, yeah, it's some details in there that Crawford don't agree with. They didn't want to give Crawford a rematch. They wanted to give Spence a rematch if he loses. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? These cats get on here and they big up Spence, but they don't want to give a dual two-way rematch. You know what I'm saying? How is that talking about you a dog and you this and you all about the smoke and you don't even want the dude to get a rematch? You know what I'm saying? If you beat him, you don't even want to give him a rematch. What kind of shit is that? Haven't y'all learned the hard way with Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko? I don't want a rematch. He doesn't get a rematch. He went in there and spanked that ass. Devin Haney don't get a rematch. He went in there and spanked that ass. Crawford don't get a rematch, man. He gonna spank that ass anyway. But I'm just telling you how that's been working out lately. How that's been working out. Lomachenko didn't want a rematch with Teo. All bad. Kambosos, no rematch for Devin Haney if he loses the first one. All bad. And if Crawford walks in this ring with no rematch, it's going to be all bad regardless. So I put this shit out there, man. Unfortunately. TJ, did you get what you were looking for? Yeah, I'm just curious, TJ, because he still haven't clicked the link or anything. And I said I wasn't gonna be in here long, but I've been on here for an hour. And you know, remember what I said about, you know, a fight coming down here in the ATL in November. Don't say I ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Don't say I ain't tell you. But my last topic I want to talk about is Ryan Garcia. Okay. Ryan Garcia has made mention, and I didn't want to really speak on how Ryan Garcia makes shifts and moves all the damn time. And he's trying to come off with this demeanor like he's zoned in and he's the shot caller. So he's like, hey, I'm not sure the fight's going to happen, but I just wish he'd be a bit more clearer in what he's talking about. For real? This dude is delusional. And he's saying, I wish Gervonta would be a bit more clearer in what he's talking about and this, that, and the other. I'm like, Ryan Garcia, you wasn't clear ever. All you did was freaking talk about it, you know, in front of the people. Went and lied on a Legends podcast when you had the intention of pulling out yourself. Man, that's three's a charm right there, man. 3 strikes and you out, Ryan. And then he said if he don't get Gervonta Davis, he want to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140. Now, this is not no breaking alert news, okay? But look, him fighting Teofimo Lopez at 140, I like it. I like it. Why not? Why not? Teo already had a loss against Kambosos, and he get to fight somebody that came up from 135 that was considered the Fab Five at one time when he was down there. Good. Let's make Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. Why not? Yes. Make a Ryan Garcia Teofimo Lopez fight. I want to see that. I want to see it. I really do. They're pushing Ryan Garcia hard, and they're pushing Teofimo Lopez hard. Ryan Garcia has more experience than Tio per se on paper. And Tio's been at the top of the freaking um championship pinnacle. He's been at the top. He defeated the man, Vasil Lomachenko. So, going off the numbers that Ryan Garcia has, yes, it looks good on paper. But when you're talking about education, when you're talking about experience, Teofimo Lopez has been in different classes in college. Like he's been to the doctorate. You know what I'm saying? He's been up there at the top. So his shit supersedes the numbers that Ryan Garcia has on his box rec. But I like the fight. I like him going up to 140 if he's gonna fight Teofimo Lopez. But I don't like him believing that he can go to 140 and sequester freaking Gervonta Tank Davis, who he knows they don't move like that. They don't hitchhike in this boxing shit. Davis them don't hitchhike like that. They are always at the wheel. They're driving. And whoever they want to be a passenger, you get in and you better damn well understand that you're not the A side. You're the passenger, you're not gonna be the A side. You know what I'm saying? It's no way that you're gonna say, come on up to 140. Bro, that fight's not gonna happen. If you're thinking you're demanding them to come up to 140 and fight you, you don't have anything to offer, bro. I can see if you just came out knocking out Lomachenko. You just coming off vacating the belts you got from Devin Haney or something. But there's none of that. And neither the scenario that I just used is ever coming true. it's never coming true, bro. Lomachenko is not moving up to 140. So that's out the window. Devin Haney will sooner or later, but he's not taking those belts with him, of course. So it is what it is for Ryan Garcia, man. I'd like to see him and Teofimo Lopez, but all that other shit he talking about Tank Davis go up to 140 and all this other shit because all of a sudden he can't make 135. Ryan Garcia, man, that's what happened when you play the game. Now you in the Lions Den. You have some heavy hitters up there, and you taking all this freaking being up in the top 5 at 135 and people looking at you as one of those heavy hitters now. They saying that you got speed and power. But guess what? You know what negates speed and power? A damn good boxer. A damn good boxer. And you're not there yet with the boxing, my friend. Like you can box, but you're not there when it comes to boxing, being an all-around boxer. Just because you have a left hook to the body, believe me, you ain't dropping Teofimo Lopez with that shit. I can guarantee you that, Ryan. Javier Fortuna was waiting on you to throw that down left to the body so he can just drop and take a knee like Luke Campbell. Man, get out of here. And then I know somebody was doing a live tonight talking about certain people saying that the fight was fixed. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with what your eyes are seeing and saying, you know what? Javier Fortuna is tougher than that, this and that. Did it seem like it was on cue? I don't know. It just didn't seem genuine to me that the first left hook to the body up against the ropes, damn near the same location as Luke Campbell, he drops him. He takes a knee. And then you start seeing Javier Fortuna spit out his mouthpiece, which you can get fined for that. But he's spitting off his mouthpiece. He didn't want to be there, bro. He took a check. He cashed out. I'm saying it, bro. He cashed out. Real talk. He cashed out, bro. Hey, man, you support who you want to support. I see you on the other chats and everything. Tony, you support who you want to support. You a Spence fan. Mitch supports Spence. You know what I'm saying? Support who you want to support. Real talk. It's not even that serious, but I'm just saying the divide in YouTube is individuals that's gonna say, "No, man, you support Spence. You can't put no damn comment in my chat. You gonna get timed out." Shit like that. When it's absolutely unfriendly to boxing. It's unfriendly to boxing because they time you out because you're a Crawford fan. You know what I'm saying? You're a Spence fan. You get timed out. Too dangerous, not now. That's what Ryan Garcia said he want to do. He want to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140. So Teo has a fight coming up. I'm curious to know how he's going to look at 140. I know he's going to be really strong at 140. I had the opportunity of following him for quite some time while he was shaking out late. You know what I'm saying? Struggling to make weight. And for him to be forced to move up to 140 based off losing his titles, it might have been a blessing because they was out. I know he would have rather went up to 140 undefeated. You know what I'm saying? 17-0. He would have rather go up there undefeated and having vacated the belts. But now you get to continue to rock out with that one loss. And it's plenty fighters that continue to pick up championships with one loss on their record. And I'm telling you, Teofimo Lopez is going to be a superstar. Watch what I tell you, bro. Watch what I tell you. It's not like I'm bigging him up to be a superstar. It's that he has these sponsors behind him. He's gonna go different places that a lot of boxers can't go. Watch what I tell you. Teofimo, man, he has Budweiser sponsor. Man, dude, they like him for a reason. They like him. Just wait till he start winning at 140, and he's gonna be right back in the spotlight like he was when he picked up the belts from Lomachenko. Watch what I tell you, man. He's gonna be the biggest name at 140 in a little bit. Watch what I'm telling you, man. And if he is, and then Ryan Garcia gets a shot, they'll be able to make some money. I'm not saying Teofimo the best boxer at 140. I'm saying he's gonna be the bigger name up there once everything starts to clear out. And he can box. Teo can box, man. I don't care what nobody say. Teo can box. But we're gonna see how he comes back at 140, how he look in that fight, and then who he want to fight next. Besides that, I don't think Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is a conversation that we should start stirring up when we already have a glass of champagne that we waiting on to see when the official announcement, if the official announcement is going to finally come out about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we want. Period. And the fucked up thing about it, once the fight is announced, it's not gonna bridge any type of humanitarian effort in the YTC so that people can get along much better and stop taking this shit personal. I'm gonna tell you straight up what my mentality is. Like, you have individuals that was in the military on this YTC shit, right? And just because you don't support the same fighter they fight, these are several cats. They treat you like you're the enemy. It's just unbelievable. It's crazy. Like, they don't care that there's a real time occupation that you all participate in. You served. And you know who you are too. You served, but yet that none of that matters because we support different sides of the fence when it comes to these fighters, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Man, it's crazy, bro. But I'm to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. If you're on the YouTube shit and you don't have any personal relationship, but you're mad at other people that they don't support your favorite fighter and whatever the case, you mad, and we served and we grinded, and none of that matters. You just want to say, "Oh, fuck you! You don't support Spence. You a hater," and all this other shit. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, cool, bro. I don't think about nobody when I go to sleep. This is on this YouTube shit, dog. But hey, what I want y'all to do before I get out of here, I want y'all to check out my article. I'm releasing an article that's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? Because I do write. That's another one of my tools of the trade. I used to write a lot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can pick it up if I wanted to. I used to write for a magazine at one point in time, but I said, man, I work for myself. I work for myself, dog. But I got a fire article coming out, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know some people, and you're gonna be able to read that article on worldcombatsports.com. Yes, I got my own site. It's been up. It's been up. And you know all the articles that you see out there in worldcombatsports.com, I wrote them. I edit them, all that shit on my own. People won't talk about it because they'd be like, this guy do too much. You know, the pictures, I edit them, I take them, edit them, videos, all that shit. So when people come here and tell y'all in the chat that WCS ain't this, that, and the other, don't believe shit they say, bro, because I don't. I have a lot of areas to what I do as far as my media scope goes. And I appreciate all y'all in the chat for supporting me. You know what I'm saying? And rocking out as always. And interacting. Interacting is great. You know what I'm saying? Once again, shout out to Trap Man earlier, having a sensible, educated, mature debate. And it wasn't even a debate to me. It was just a dialogue. You feel me? Shout out to Smoke that was pulled up, Sir Senior that was on deck earlier. Appreciate to all y'all that pulled up, man. Keep on doing your thing. Support the channel. And it's a hot grease summer no matter what you're looking at. It's a hot grease summer. The only thing I advise you all, the Spencerholics, if you get too close with alcohol in your hand to a goddamn pan of grease, bad